Welcome to Small Stories, Big Healing, where old teachings speak softly into modern lives.
When you cannot find time, when your days feel full, yet your heart feels empty, have you ever wondered where your hours truly go? Some people say, "I don't have time." But time is not something we have. Time is something we are given. The same gift every morning, 24 hours. And what we do with that gift quietly becomes our life. Once upon a time, in a coastal town where the air smelled of salt and cedarwood, there lived a man named Kenji. Kenji was kind, dependable, and always in motion. He worked hard, answered every message, and helped everyone who asked. Yet every night, when he finally sat down, he felt a strange ache, as if the day had taken everything and given nothing back. He would whisper to himself, "Tomorrow, I'll start living better. Tomorrow, I'll rest. Tomorrow, I'll call my mother. Tomorrow, I'll follow my dream." But tomorrow kept moving. One morning, Kenji woke earlier than usual. The sky was still pale, like a blank page. He sat on the edge of his bed and felt something heavy inside him. Not tiredness in the body, but tiredness in the soul. So he decided to take a walk. He wandered down narrow streets toward the harbor, where fishermen prepared their boats and the sea rolled in slow, patient breaths. At the end of the pier stood a small workshop. Inside, an elderly woman was sweeping sawdust from the floor, her movements calm and measured, as though she had all the time in the world. Her name was Essie. People in town said Essie could mend anything: a broken chair, a cracked bowl, even a discouraged heart. Kenji hesitated at the door. Essie looked up and smiled gently. "You've come early," she said. Kenji let out a quiet laugh. "I didn't mean to. I just couldn't sleep." Essie set the broom aside. "Then your heart is visiting you," she said. "Come in." Kenji stepped inside. The workshop smelled of pine and varnish, and something older, like wisdom. Essie poured tea into a simple clay cup and handed it to him. Kenji took a sip, then spoke the truth he had been avoiding. "I'm running out of time," he said. Essie's eyes softened. "Are you running out of time?" she asked. "Or are you spending it without noticing?" Kenji frowned. "I don't know. I work all day, I help people, I do what I'm supposed to do, but I keep falling behind. And the things that matter, they keep waiting." Essie nodded, as if she had heard this many times. She walked to a shelf and pulled down a small wooden box. Inside were 24 smooth stones, each one the size of a thumb. She placed them on the table, one by one, until they formed a neat line. Kenji stared at them. "What are those?" Essie said, "These are your hours." Kenji blinked. "My hours?" "Yes," she replied. "Every day, life places 24 hours in your hands, like these stones. Not more, not less." She pushed the stones toward him. "Take them," she said. "They're yours." Kenji, confused but curious, cupped his hands and gathered the stones. They felt cool and solid. Essie then placed 3 bowls on the table. The first bowl was labeled "needed," the second, "wanted," the third, "wasted." She slid the bowls closer. "Now," she said, "spend your day." Kenji chuckled nervously. "This is a strange game." Essie smiled. "Time is a strange thing. We treat it as endless, until we don't." Kenji began. He placed stones into the kneaded bowl. 1 hour to get ready, 8 hours for work, an hour commuting, an hour cooking, an hour cleaning. The kneaded bowl began to fill quickly. Then he placed stones into the wanted bowl. An hour to exercise, sometimes. An hour to read, when I can. An hour to call family, if I remember. An hour to learn something new, someday. Then he paused. He looked at the stones remaining in his palm. Only a few were left. Essie said nothing. She just watched with quiet attention. Kenji's face tightened. "That's not right," he muttered. "There should be more." Essie's voice was soft. "Are you sure? Or are you simply used to borrowing from your future?" Kenji stared down at the last stones. He hesitated, then slowly dropped them into the wasted bowl. "Scrolling on my phone, watching shows I don't even enjoy, rushing through errands, worrying, replaying conversations, procrastinating." The wasted bowl filled with a dull little clatter. When the last stone fell, the room grew quiet. Kenji looked at the 3 bowls. The kneaded bowl was full. The wasted bowl was too full. And the wanted bowl, the bowl of the life he truly longed for, was barely touched. Kenji swallowed. "So that's it," he said. "That's my day." Issy leaned forward slightly. "No," she said. "That is your spending, not your living." Kenji's eyes stung unexpectedly. "But I don't know how to change it," he whispered. "I can't quit my job. I can't ignore responsibilities. I can't stop life from demanding things." Essie nodded slowly. "Do you know what the sea teaches?" she asked. Kenji glanced toward the window, where sunlight shimmered on water. "What?" Essie said. "The sea receives many rivers. It does not chase them. It does not panic. It stays low. And because it stays low, everything flows to it." She tapped the bowls gently. "You do not need more time," she said. "You need a lower mind." Kenji frowned. "A lower mind?" "A humble mind," Essie explained. "A mind that stops arguing with reality. A mind that stops pretending it can carry everything at once." Kenji looked down. As he continued, "Most people do not lose their time in one great tragedy," she said. "They lose it in small leaks, 1,000 tiny holes in the bucket." She took 1 stone from the wasted bowl and placed it in Kenji's hand. "This is 1 hour," she said. "It looks small, but do you know what 1 hour becomes?" Kenji shook his head. Essie lifted her finger. 1 hour becomes a phone call that heals a relationship. 1 hour becomes a walk that saves your health. 1 hour becomes a page written, and another, until your dream has a body. 1 hour becomes silence, and in silence you meet yourself again." Kenji held the stone, feeling its weight. "But I'm exhausted," he admitted. "At the end of the day, I have nothing left." Essie's gaze was kind but steady. "Then listen carefully," she said. "Exhaustion is not always from work. Sometimes it is from resistance." Kenji looked up. Issy said, "When you say yes to everything, your life becomes a marketplace, and your attention becomes the currency everyone spends." Kenji whispered, "That feels true." Issy nodded. "Tell me," she said, "what is the first thing you touch in the morning?" Kenji hesitated. "My phone." "And the last thing you touch at night?" Kenji looked down. "My phone." Issy's voice remained gentle. "Then your hours are being collected," she said, "like coins dropped into someone else's pocket." Kenji exhaled slowly as if seeing his life clearly for the first time. Isi took the wooden box and placed it in front of him. "Tomorrow," she said, "when you wake, imagine the stones again, all 24. Before you give even one away, choose where the first 3 will go." Kenji looked puzzled. "Why the first 3? Isi smiled. "Because the beginning is the steering wheel," she said. "If you begin your day in chaos, you will spend the rest of the day catching up." She raised one finger. "First," she said, "give 1 hour to stillness. No phone, no noise. Just breath, just presence." She raised a second finger. "Second," she said, "give 1 hour to your body. A walk, stretching, simple movement." She raised a third finger. "Third," she said, "give 1 hour to what you say matters most. Your family, your craft, your spirit, your future." Kenji stared at her. "Just 1 hour?" Essie nodded. "1 hour is a seed," she said, "and seeds do not look like forests." Kenji's shoulders loosened slightly, as if a knot inside him had begun to untie. "But what about the rest of life?" he asked. "What about the demands?" Essie poured a little more tea. "The demands will come," she said. "Life is like the tide. It rises and falls." Then she leaned closer, her voice low and certain. "But you," she said, "do not have to drown every day." Kenji sat quietly. Outside, the sea continued its slow, faithful rhythm, never rushing, never late. Finally, Kenji asked, "What if I fail? What if I try and I fall back into old habits?" Essie smiled, this time like someone who had failed many times and learned not to fear it. "Then you begin again," she said. "Time is generous to those who are willing to return." She took one last stone and placed it in the wanted bowl. "This," she said, "is the hour you protect, the hour no one owns but you." Kenji stared at that single stone resting in the bowl, and something in him grew quiet. Not because his life had changed yet, but because, for the first time, he believed it could. He stood to leave. At the door, he turned back. Isi was already sweeping again, calm as morning light. Kenji asked, "Isi, how do you live with such peace?" Isi paused and looked up. "I do not chase time," she said. "I walk with it." Kenji stepped out onto the pier. The day had fully arrived now, bright and ordinary. But inside him, something new had begun, a simple awareness. That night, Kenji came home and placed his phone in a drawer. He set a glass of water on the table and watched it. He noticed how water does not argue, it simply settles. And as he watched the water grow still, he realized his mind could do the same. The next morning, he woke and imagined the 24 stones. Before the world reached for him, he chose his first 3. 1 for stillness, 1 for his body, 1 for what mattered most. And though the day still held work, and problems, and noise, he felt something he had not felt in a long time. He felt present. He felt like his hours belonged to him again. And that is when Kenji understood. Time is not only what passes, time is what you place your heart into. And now let us speak plainly about the lesson. Many people believe they need more time, but most often they need more intention. You will always have responsibilities. You will always have demands. But your life is shaped by what you protect. If you give the first hours of your day to noise, your mind will stay noisy. If you give the best of your attention to distractions, your dreams will remain hungry. But if you choose even 1 hour to invest in what truly matters, that hour becomes a doorway, because small choices repeated become a new life. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself, where did my 24 stones go today? Which bowl did they fill? And which bowl do I want to fill tomorrow? If this story gave you even a small sense of calm, or if Kenji's journey reminded you of your own days, I invite you to stay connected with us. This is Small Stories, Big Healing, short tales to soothe your heart and guide your steps. If this story should reach more people who are struggling with time, distraction, or feeling behind, please don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might need this reminder. Comment below, what does using your 24 hours wisely mean to you? Your one comment may encourage someone else who feels overwhelmed tonight. And if you'd like more stories that bring gentle comfort and insight, please subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next healing tale. Until then, protect one quiet hour and let it teach you how to live. Small Stories, Big Healing will be here with another tale whenever your heart needs a gentle reminder.